Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Kalibia. So today we're going to be talking about something very very interesting. Something you've heard about a couple of times, but we don't really give it much attention. Much um, much attention as it needs. Sometimes we oftentimes confuse it, or we actually partition it to a particular aspect of our life. But today I'm going to open you to other parts of it. These are things we already know about. Somehow, we get to neglect them for one reason or the other. We don't really give them much attention because we feel like, oh, it will sort itself. It can, you can always, when we get to that bridge we cross it. We have this saying, when we get to that bridge we cross it, but we fail to understand that when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So today I'm going to talk about something interesting. I'm going to be giving us 8 aspects of our life, or 8 places we should invest in. So talking about investing, investing in something, investment and all that. We've heard about it a couple of times, many times, millions of times, and all that, countless times. But we don't really do we really know what it means to actually invest in something. You get, we just understand the word. Okay, I want to invest, yeah. But most times when we get caught up in the whole investment issue, we start to feel bad, or we feel in sort of a way, but we don't actually get to understand the word investment. So what's an investment? To say an investment is it's an asset or an item acquired with the goal of getting an income, generating an income, or an appreciation for what you did. You get for that particular act. So it's an act of getting something, yeah, for that particular act you carried out. So now we know that investment is. So we already know that at the end of the day we stand to gain something from actually putting effort into something. So it doesn't necessarily need to be money. You don't need to actually put money to get money. It can be an effort to see a better result. It doesn't necessarily, because most times people do relate it to money alone. I want to invest, but they fail to understand that it has a lot to do with life in particular. Life in general. It has a lot to do with it. So where are you investing today? What do you do? Where do you invest your time? One thing we don't really use is our time. Our time is one of our biggest investments. Now, it's one of our biggest assets. What do we do with it? Are we getting results? So today I'm going to be showing you where to put where to invest, where to acquire the asset. Where an asset, where you see what you should see as an asset. What you should see an asset. Yeah, a lot of things people talk about this and that, a lot of things. Yeah, money related stuff. But today I'll talk about that. But I would point out to other aspects of our life. First of all, the one everyone knows, yeah, business. Number one, business. Yeah, everybody wants to everybody invest in business. Yeah, it's very nice. Please do invest in business. But there's a problem. People a lot of people don't they invest in work instead of business. Yeah, instead of the business, they do invest in work. Like, let's say you're working for a firm, and they get to work, give their whole energy, their time, which is very nice. It's good. Yeah, you work for something, you try to give it your very best. Yeah, but try equally to build a business for yourself. Something to stand after you might have gone, or something to stand when you cannot actually stand again. To get there's a time that will come in your life, you want to actually take a trip, actually want to rest. After years of giving all your best, you actually want to rest and relax, relax, and at least get something to keep you going while you're resting. But most times you find people working all their life because they actually don't have anything that can give them something, can actually generate an income for them, or appreciation for what they've done in the past few years. So they maybe if peradventure they lose their job, they are torn into pieces. They are torn apart because there's nothing giving them something. There's nothing sustaining them. So a lot of people invest into their their work and fail to build something for themselves. They fail to build a business that they can fall back to, or they can that can be a side income for them. So they fail to build businesses. Like you could see someone, yeah, you work for a very good company or a firm, that's nice, but try to build something by the side, something you can equally you can go to when all is done, when the chips are done and all that. So try to build a business. People would rather work. People work and work for years, and they believe, oh, I don't have a need for a business because I believe my work can sustain me. But who knows, anything can happen tomorrow. So invest in businesses. Yeah, while you work, you earn, you take part of the money, you use it to get something, a business, something you can find, you find yourself attracted to, or you find something you have passion for. You can actually invest into that and watch it appreciate it, watch it generate income for you. So yeah, I know people want to do something that will give them money. So a business is a nice place to start. Now, from probably doing business or even working, or let's say the business, yeah, from the business you've done, you can now from the incomes that you're getting, then you can equally go for what we call number 2, which is investing in properties. Yeah, investing in properties has been it has been something that has been there for years. Yeah, it has been there for years, many lots of years. It doesn't go out of the league. It just doesn't stop. Investing in properties, landed properties, real estate and all that. When you can always rely on them. You can always rely on them. At least 98 or let's say 90% of the time, yeah, you can rely on properties, investing in properties. For sometimes, yeah, you can have some issues, but most times they are very, very, very productive. You stand to enjoy them. There are little times where you could have some regret, but most of the times you get to enjoy investing in properties. Trust me, most times you won't regret it. You might get some issues along the line and all that, but investing in properties has been a very good way to make cool money. Get appreciations, get things out of it, get income, something generating income and all that out of it. So yes, investing in properties is a very good one. Now, the third thing to invest in is society. Yes, you've worked, you've earned a lot of money, you've started a business for yourself, you're doing it for yourself, you've gotten the landed property. So I think you should give back to society. Give back to society. Society, as a school, the basic amenities, you could call them a lot of things, the religious leaders too. Yeah. I would say that, yeah, religious leaders, they're part of the society. People, our political leaders, yeah. Do you know why? They say don't go to a king not bearing gifts. Trust me, if you do this, it's when you go to a king bearing gifts, trust me, he doesn't just take you off it. He won't forget you in a haste. Trust me, it might speak for you tomorrow. When you're going to meet a king can be anybody. It's somebody in a high place, something like that. Yeah, a rich man or something like that. Go bearing gifts. Trust me, they would always keep you in the heart. Because most times people feel like, oh, they are rich. They don't have any need for this. They don't have any use for this and all that. So not a lot of people give to them. Most of the times they are always giving out. So when they receive, it's a big deal to them, because like, oh, okay, you're thinking about them, okay, you have them in mind and all that. So most times they find it interesting. They find it, oh, he thought about it. It was a thoughtful gift and all that. So trust me, giving back to the society is a wonderful thing. And I've noticed, or will I say I've observed, that a lot of people, people give to schools, probably the schools they went to or whatever and all that, no matter. So they do that to prominent people in society. They give back to those people, schools, call it whatever, orphanage and all that, to try as much as possible to give back to society. It's, you may not see the result now, but trust me, it's somewhere, it's waiting for you one day, just one day. You might not get to reap the benefit, but probably your children or your family or whosoever, you know, it might just one day, maybe because of that little kind gesture you did, it might put you in a position to, you know, give the yes or no to a certain situation at some point in time. So trust me, give back to society, the schools, provide basic amenities where you can, you know, give to the religious leaders. They might not be able to give back to you, but I believe their prayers and words and everything goes a long way to do a lot in your life. Yeah, give to the religious leaders. I'm emphasizing this because I know what it means to give to the religious leaders. Trust me, the good ones. When they remember you, when they pray for you, trust me, it goes a long way in your life. Then to the political leaders, you don't know when one day you might just, you know, find yourself in their mercy, or find yourself in a situation where, you know, you would need them. Maybe that's little kind gesture you made the other day might just speak for you to give back to the society. Then next is giving back to your friends. Yeah, investing in your friends. That's number 4. Investing in your friends. Me personally, I do this for my friends. I try to invest in my friends. Not everybody just take it. Not everybody appreciate it. Yeah, not everybody would, you know, value that kind gesture. Not everybody, not everyone. But when you can do it for your friends, trust me, it's something I do, and I won't say I've really seen the result, but I know how much it makes me happy, you know, investing in friends. Because if I, let's say, if I find any need and I don't attend to for some reasons or whatever, I'm not, it doesn't make me if I can help and I help, it doesn't make me a smaller person. Or when I can't help, or let's say, you know, if I'm in a position to help and I you know, neglect, it doesn't make me the bigger person. So instead of having to neglect and all that and just feel like, oh, you know, feel like, because one of the problems people have is they are always in the competition. They feel like, oh, you know, if I help this person today, he might become bigger than me tomorrow, which is you know, not very good, not very thoughtful. So when you can invest in your friends, who knows, things might just turn out tomorrow, turn the other way around. You know, you might run into situations tomorrow, and probably one of those persons, maybe now you don't need all to appreciate, just one of those people is one of the tens, the hundreds, or one of the 2 people you help might just, you know, remember tomorrow and change the whole story back for you. Who knows? Even a little gesture you just made towards somebody, even if you're not having much, the little gesture you made towards a friend, he or she won't be in a haste to forget it. They might do things to, you know, get to you. They might betray you. But trust me, human beings, not everybody is the same. Yeah, not everyone is the same. There are good people out there. But when you can, please invest in your friends. And now the 5th one is the family. There are lots of people not investing in their family. You're just, okay, they brought me to this world. Okay, I think I should, you know, they've done their part. Everybody should just go, you know, try and invest in your family. If not for anything, for yourself. When you invest in your family, it comes back to you. People look at you with a high regard. If your family is doing well, then it all goes back to you, because they're like, oh yeah, if you're okay from this particular family, oh, I can see, wow, you know, it comes back to you. So a lot of people just, you know, they ignore their family, they maybe their parents, their siblings, and all that, and don't really invest in their family. You know, it's whatever your family portrays equally affects you. You get, if they come out to be you know, doing good or doing very well, you equally take part of the glory. Yeah, you take a share in whatever outcome it is. If it's good, you take a share in it. If it's bad, you take a share. So why not take a share in a good part outcome, part of it and all that. So invest in your family. Yeah, invest in your family. It's very huge. And there are lots of ways you can invest in your family. You could roll out programs to elevate them. You could do things, take them to a better stage in life and all that. Treat your family well. Treat them right. Treat them right. That is part of investment. I told you, it's not just about the money, because they oftentimes relate all this to money. So sometimes it's not just the money. The little care, the little knowledge, the little time you give and all that goes a long way in their lives. So invest in your family. Then the sixth aspect or place to invest is in your children. A lot of people are making a lot of mistakes here, because they turn out to become the adults of tomorrow, the leaders of tomorrow, the speakers of tomorrow. They turn out to be everything for tomorrow. So if you fail to invest in your kids, your children, then you are actually you're actually going down a path that you may regret. I see people just, I can't take my kids to this school, it's too expensive. No, I can't afford to pay this amount of school fees, it's too expensive. No, I can't afford to get them these books, it's too expensive. I can't afford to do this and that. No. I understand if you're not in a position to provide that, fine. It's quite understandable. You could manage, even if you're not in a position to acquire, give them those stuff that they need, the good education, books and all that. Give them your time. You gain knowledge from yourself and give them that time. Pass that knowledge to them. So, but when you can, please take them to nice schools. Yeah, it cannot be overemphasized. Take them to nice schools. Take them to good schools, quality schools. If not for anything, they get to network. They get to experience the different kinds of people and culture and knowledge. It's shared. I can tell you that going to good schools are something that a lot of people has benefited from. So trust me, if you can take your kids to good schools, impact knowledge, get people to impact knowledge in them, allow them learn things, give them the avenue to learn things. Don't say, I cannot be paying this particular amount just for them to learn this certain thing. No, if you find that thing interesting, you find that thing, if it's something that adds value to your life, please, by all means, make it possible for them. I know a man, he's a driver, actually a driver. He doesn't earn much, but he sent his kids to one of the best schools in the area then. So, but it wasn't easy for him, but I know where he was looking at. He said he wasn't opportune to go to school, but so he made sure that his kids would go to good schools and become better in life. So trust me, if you can make efforts to take them to good schools. Don't look at the amount. Trust me, you begin to you stand to gain the appreciation of the results in the future, and you won't regret it. So when you can send your schools to good school, when you can send your kids to good schools, allow them gain knowledge, add value to their lives, teach them, or if you feel they can. Whatever if you see someone developing passion for something and something that is nice and you can do, please, by all means, teach them, get someone to impact those knowledge in them. Now, another part, which is number seven. Number seven is your partner, be it a man or a woman. Trust me, please make effort, invest in them. If you find out they have a goal, please help them pursue it together. If it's something that requires the money, please, by all means, give as much as you can. If maybe, let's say for a man now, if I'm a man and I have maybe I happen to have a lady in my life and all that, and I find that she is actually building an aspect of her life. So what I should do is, help her build that aspect. She wants to go into catering services. Please help her when you can. If your wife, or your partner, or has a passion for something, help them, guide them. If another thing again is, get them things sometimes, get them classy things. Get them not necessarily too expensive, but something good. Maybe their perfume, their cologne, or whatever it has to do. Maybe the clothes. If you can't, please do it. Trust me, it speaks a lot about the kind of person you are. A lot about the kind of person you are, not really about them. Because when you know, oh, this person is with this person, yeah. So there's this person, Mr. A or Miss B is with Mr. A, or Mrs. B is with Mr. A. Wow, Mr. A is doing very well. Mr. A is a nice person. Even if if you have a wife that's doing very well for herself, you get, most times people do give part of the glory to the husband. If you have a husband that dresses well, most times people still give part of the glory to the wife, because they'll be like, oh, I think the woman is taking care of, even if she's doing nothing. But if the man is looking very well, people are like, oh, I think this man is taking care of her, taking care of him. He gets to eat very well, he gets to, and all that. He's having this peace of mind. If he's always happy, guess what is related to the wife? We'll say, oh, I think the wife is a good woman, that's why this man is always happy. So even though maybe they might not be in good terms and all that, but it is always related to that. So when you can, please get your partner, guide them, invest in them. If you're a lady, invest in your man. If you're a man, invest in your woman. Trust me, you would always find it interesting on what people would have to say and how far they will go. If you help them, some people just need a little push, just a little push, just something to just get them started. And trust me, you will find them going thousands of miles and all that, and you'll be like, wow. So trust me, sometimes what they need is just a little push. Be that push to them, give them that push, invest that push in them, and you would see them excel beyond what you expected. So invest in your partner. Then to the last aspect of it, this is the most important aspect, because this aspect has to, this aspect of it has to do with affects every other aspect. If there's an imbalance in this aspect, then it affects other aspects, because this is the core part of it. This is the engine part of it. This is the house, the engine house of it. So, excuse me. So this part has a lot to do in all I've said today, which is yourself. Invest in yourself. Trust me, it cannot be overemphasized. People say, there's something. Before I go to this part, people do always have this fear. Oh, I can't do this. What if after doing this, and they feel like, oh, they don't really take me serious, or it doesn't turn out well. That's why it's called an investment, after all. That's why it's called an investment. It's a risk. Yes, it's a risk. An investment is a risk. But we go into it, knowing that there's a possibility that it might turn out well. So trust me. In some very little cases it might not turn out, but in most cases it turns out well. So it's a risk you should take. Yeah, take the risk. Businesses sometimes might not turn out well. It's a risk. Buying properties might not turn out. It's a risk. Take it. Give back to societies. They might not acknowledge me. It's a risk. Take it. Friends may betray me. They might leave me. They might disappoint me. It's a risk. Take it. Family might say, they don't need me anymore. I don't think I should. It's a risk. Take it. Your children might grow up and leave you and all that, and not really give you that appreciate you for all you've done. Yes, it's a risk. Take it. They're kids. Your partner might end up leaving you someday, or not appreciate all you've done. It's a risk. Take it. Now for the last one, yourself. Number 8, yourself. If there's any part of you that is not well built, trust me, it affects the whole part. It goes a long way to affect the whole part. So what do you do for yourself? Invest in yourself in every aspect. How you look, what what you eat, a lot of things like your looks. Try to get, if for a guy, try to cut your hair, shave. Sometimes don't just look scruffy and all that. Unless some people, these people are actually handsome. These guys, you might find some guys actually handsome if they take care of somebody, just looking all scruffy. And sometimes you might not be taken too serious. You get, when you look all scruffy and all that. So try to work on your looks. Give yourself a nice haircut for a guy, for a lady. Take care of your hair, your looks too. Your facial looks. Get nice cream, and whatever you need to keep a good look. It's if it's the ladies, whatever you need, please do it. That's why you earn. You don't just earn to pay bills and get in a car and all that. You equally take good care of yourself. Yeah, take care of yourself. Go for checkups. Sometimes you just see people mysteriously die, and why? These are things that they might have avoided if actually they actually give time to themselves. They make money, spend it on bills, and all that, but actually forget to look after themselves. So they don't go for checkups, they don't eat good foods, just they are always on the go and everything. So while you are acquiring properties and all that, doing businesses and all that, being out there trying to make ends meet, please consider your health. Invest in yourself. Read books. And they said good readers are good leaders. If you want to lead, then you should read. Get books, read books, all kinds of books, good books too. I don't mean them whatsoever kind of books. Yeah, just read books. Yeah, nice books that would increase your knowledge, spiritual. Otherwise, just get good books. Equally through exercise, man. Exercise, yeah. I personally do a lot of exercise as well. As much as my work schedule is tight and all that, I still do exercise. I exercise, yeah. Trust me, I used to have excuses. I used to give excuses before. I was like, oh, I can't exercise, I'm weak, I have to, it's going to work, coming back at the evening, the whole thing, I get exhausted mentally and physically. I can't, but I decided that no, man, there won't be a time I would actually get to get the whole year to myself. So I think I should just have to make out time for myself. So I do exercise. I do exercise at night time. Yeah, I come back, I take 30 minutes of rest, and I'm off to exercise. Yeah, I do it, and I've been doing it this year. Had some few days off, but trust me, I've been doing it. So exercising is one of it. It helps keeping, even it puts your minds together. You're in a state where your mind is freed, and all that. You build yourself. So trust me, exercising, it's a very wonderful thing to do for yourself. I do read books too, but I won't lie, sometimes I'm all about it just comes up. I come with a skill, but mostly I do that in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I pick up my books and I read. So exercise, and there are a lot of things you could do for yourself. Take yourself to nice places, take pictures, not necessarily to put it and maybe oppress people or make people feel like you're living. Like, you can just take it and keep it for your memory's sake. Yeah, it's nice. You look, oh, once upon a time I visited this place, it's a nice place to be with. Oh, I've been to this place, I don't think I want to go there again. Just tick some of your bucket list and all that. So take care of yourself. Take yourself out, see people, meet people, network. Yeah, network. Networking cannot be overemphasized. Please network, meet people, meeting people, and all that too. they would open you to lots and lots of ideas and experiences too. So I think this has been helpful today to you. I want you to put this into practice. Try to do this, invest in this 8 aspects, and trust me, you find yourself excelling. You find yourself a happy person. You find yourself being grateful. So thank you very much for staying with me this far. I'm very grateful, and I appreciate you investing your time to watch this video. Until next time, see you some other time. Take care.